Ladies, let me ask you something. What happens when you lay all your cards on the table, when every thought, every dream, every secret is out there for someone else to hold? Too often, what should empower you becomes a weapon in someone else's hand. Today, we're going to talk about 3 things a woman must always protect, 3 things she must never fully share with a man, no matter how deep the connection may seem. This isn't about playing games. It's about guarding your power. Stay with me, because by the end of this, you'll understand why certain parts of your life are meant to remain yours and yours alone. This isn't just advice. It's a shield for your peace, your purpose, and your power. Your dreams, your goals, and your plans for the future are some of the most intimate aspects of your identity. They represent your vision, your purpose, and the legacy you're building for yourself. But let me tell you something, many people want your vision isn't meant for everyone to see or understand. It's not because you're hiding it out of fear or shame, it's because not everyone will respect it, nurture it, or protect it the way it deserves. When you share your dreams too soon, or with the wrong person, you invite their energy, good or bad, into your plans. And let's be real, not everyone is rooting for you. Some people will smile to your face and solely hope you fail. Others will inject their doubts, their fears, and their limitations into your vision. Not because there's anything wrong with it, but because they can't see beyond their own insecurities. They project their disbelief onto you. And if you're not careful, you might start believing them. Think about a seed. When you plant it in the soil, it needs time to grow roots, to find its strength. Before it can face the elements above ground, your vision is the same. It needs nurturing, protection, and care in its early stages. If you expose it too soon, it risks being trampled on, dismissed, or even stolen. Yes, stolen. There are people who, once they see your light, will try to claim it as their own. They'll take your ideas, your hard work, and your passion, and they'll run with it before you even get a chance to build it into what it's meant to be. It's not just strangers you need to be cautious of. Sometimes the people closest to you, the ones you trust the most, can unintentionally harm your vision. They might think they're giving you practical advice or helping you see the bigger picture, but in reality, they're planting seeds of doubt. Are you sure you can handle that? Isn't that too risky? What if it doesn't work out? These questions might come from a place of love, but they can derail you if you're not grounded in your belief in yourself. Let's talk about timing. Timing is everything. There's a right moment to share your vision, and that moment comes when it's strong enough to stand on its own, when you've done the work, laid the foundation and gained the confidence that no amount of outside noise can shake. Then and only then can you let others in. By that point, you're no longer seeking validation or approval. You're sharing your vision because it's ready to flourish. But even then, not everyone deserves a front row seat. Be selective about who you bring into your inner circle. Surround yourself with people who inspire you, who challenge you in a way that uplifts rather than diminishes, and who genuinely want to see you succeed. These people are rare, but they exist. They're the ones who won't just clap when you win. They'll help you get back up when you stumble. There's another layer to this. Sharing your vision prematurely can also drain your energy. Every time you explain yourself, defend your dreams, or try to convince someone of your potential, you're expending energy that could have been used to take another step forward. Your vision doesn't need to be justified to anyone. It doesn't need permission to exist. It just needs you to believe in it and act on it. I'm not saying you should build your vision in complete isolation. Collaboration, mentorship, and support are vital, but they must come from the right people at the right time. The key is to discern who genuinely aligns with your purpose and who doesn't. Not everyone is meant to be part of your journey, and that's okay. Your vision is your responsibility. It's your gift to the world, but it's also your gift to yourself. Treat it with the respect and care it deserves. Protect it fiercely, nurture it lovingly, and share it wisely. When you do, you'll find that it grows stronger, not just because of your efforts, but because you've surrounded it with the right energy, the right people, and the right intentions. Your vision is a reflection of who you are and who you're becoming. It's not just about achieving goals. It's about living a life that's true to your values, your passions, and your potential. So guard it, cherish it, and let it shine when it's ready, not a moment sooner. You owe that to yourself. There's a deep strength in vulnerability, but there's an even greater power in knowing when to share your emotions and when to hold them close. Your emotional depth is one of the most valuable and personal aspects of who you are. It's where your fears, your dreams, your experiences, and your wisdom converge to shape the person you become. But not every part of that depth is meant to be shared, and certainly not with everyone. When you expose all of your emotions, you give others access to the most sensitive parts of your soul. For the right person, that access can create deep understanding and intimacy. But for the wrong person, it can become a tool of manipulation. Some people will use what you reveal to their advantage, twisting your fears, insecurities, or even your joys to control or diminish you. It's not paranoia, it's discernment. Not everyone you meet is equipped to handle the weight of your emotions, nor does everyone have the integrity to treat them with care. Think about how easy it is for someone to misunderstand you, even with the best of intentions. You might share a moment of doubt or fear, only to have them see you as weaker or less capable than you are. They might not mean harm, but their perception can subtly affect how they treat you, and more importantly, how you begin to see yourself. This is why being selective about what you reveal and to whom is not just smart, it's essential. Emotions are powerful, and they are deeply personal. They are the raw truth of who you are. But just as power must be wielded carefully, emotions must be shared wisely. There's no need to lay your heart bare to prove you care or to earn someone else's trust. True connection isn't built on the amount you reveal. It's built on the depth of what's understood and respected. Keeping certain emotions to yourself doesn't mean you're hiding who you are or being dishonest. It means you're protecting your emotional well-being. Imagine a painter working on a masterpiece. The artist doesn't reveal the unfinished painting to the world because it's not ready to be critiqued, misunderstood, or judged. Your emotions are like that masterpiece. They're still evolving, still finding their form. You don't owe anyone a front row seat to your process. This isn't about closing yourself off or building walls. It's about creating boundaries that preserve your energy, your dignity, and your sense of self. Boundaries that allow you to choose what you share and when you share it. These boundaries aren't just for protection, they're also for clarity. When you keep certain emotions private, you give yourself the space to process them, understand them, and grow from them before allowing someone else to interpret or influence them. This doesn't mean you should never share your feelings. There's a time and a place for vulnerability. And there are people who genuinely deserve to see the depths of your soul. These people are rare and they're earned, not assumed. They're the ones who listen without judgment, who offer support without trying to fix you, and who respect your emotions without using them against you. Finding these people takes time, but when you do, you'll know it's safe to let your guard down. Still, even in the safest relationships, not every emotion needs to be expressed. Some feelings are fleeting, born out of a moment of frustration or insecurity. Others are deeply rooted, meant for reflection rather than discussion. By keeping certain emotions private, you give yourself the opportunity to sit with them to understand what they're teaching you. Emotions are messengers guiding you toward what needs attention or healing. If you share them too quickly, you might miss the lesson they're trying to convey. There's also strength in silence. When you choose not to react or reveal what you're feeling, you gain control over the situation. Your silence becomes a shield, protecting you from unnecessary conflict or misunderstanding. It allows you to observe, to listen, and to decide how to respond rather than react impulsively. Silence doesn't mean weakness, it means wisdom. It means you're prioritizing your peace over the need to be understood in the moment. Your emotional depth is a treasure. It's not something to be displayed for everyone to see or dissect. It's a sacred part of who you are, meant to be guarded with care and share with intention. By keeping certain emotions private, you're not shutting people out. You're ensuring that when you do open up, it's meaningful and impactful. Protecting your emotional depth is an act of self-respect. It's a way of honoring your journey, your growth, and your worth. So the next time you feel the urge to share everything you're feeling, pause and ask yourself, does this serve me? Does this honor my growth? And most importantly, does this deserve to be shared with the person in front of me? When you protect your emotions, you protect your peace. And nothing is more powerful than a woman at peace with herself. Your financial independence is not just a matter of security, it's a matter of dignity, freedom, and control over your life. It's the foundation upon which you build your dreams, your stability, and your future. Yet, one of the greatest mistakes a woman can make is to disclose every detail about her financial situation to someone else. Especially too early or to the wrong person. Money, while often seen as a practical topic, carries with it a significant emotional and psychological weight. When you reveal too much about your financial standing, you potentially expose yourself to misunderstanding, manipulation, or misplaced expectations. There's a reason why discretion with money is so crucial. It's about maintaining power over your life. Money is not just numbers in a bank account, it represents choices. It's your ability to say yes to opportunities or no to situations that don't serve you. When someone knows too much about your finances, how much you earn, save, or owe, they might begin to feel entitled to weigh in on those choices. They might even attempt to influence how you use or manage your resources, and that's where the danger lies. Let's be real. Not everyone in your life has pure intentions. Some people, knowingly or unknowingly, might use your financial transparency against you. If you're perceived as having too much, they might expect you to take on responsibilities that aren't yours, to fund things that don't align with your values, or to give beyond your means. On the other hand, if you're seen as having too little, you could be judged unfairly, underestimated, or even disrespected. Either way, sharing too much about your financial situation opens the door to opinions and pressures that can disrupt your peace and independence. Keeping certain financial details private isn't about secrecy, it's about strategy. Your finances are deeply personal and managing them requires focus, discipline, and clarity. When you let too many voices into your financial decisions, it can cloud your judgment. Everyone has an opinion about money, how to earn it, how to spend it, how to save it. But at the end of the day, only you truly understand your goals, your needs, and the sacrifices you've made to get where you are. Sharing too much can make it harder to stay aligned with your own priorities. Money also has a way of revealing power dynamics in relationships. When you're too open about your finances, there's a risk that someone might see you as a resource rather than a person. They might start to view their relationship with you through the lens of what you can provide rather than who you are. This doesn't mean that everyone has bad intentions. But it does mean that financial boundaries are essential to ensure that your relationships remain healthy, respectful, and rooted in genuine connection. There's another important aspect to consider. Financial independence is often a source of confidence and self-respect. When you keep your financial matters private, you allow yourself to focus on building that independence without outside interference. Whether you're saving for a goal, paying off a debt, or investing in your future, those efforts are yours. They represent your discipline, your ambition, and your ability to create a better life for yourself. By keeping them private, you protect the integrity of your journey. This isn't to say you should never talk about money. Transparency can be important in certain situations, especially in long-term partnerships where financial decisions need to be made together. But even in those cases, the timing and depth of those conversations matter. Financial transparency should come from a place of trust and mutual respect, not from a sense of obligation or pressure. It's a conversation that happens when you feel secure in the relationship and confident that the other person values your autonomy. It's also important to recognize that financial privacy doesn't just benefit you, it sets the tone for how others treat you. When you establish boundaries around money, you send a clear message that your worth is not tied to your financial status. You show that you are in control of your resources and that your value extends far beyond what's in your bank account. This creates space for relationships to thrive based on mutual respect rather than financial dynamics. Your finances are your business, and how you choose to manage them is entirely up to you. By keeping certain aspects of your financial life private, you give yourself the freedom to make decisions that align with your values, your goals, and your vision for the future. You also protect yourself from unnecessary scrutiny, judgment, and interference. Financial independence is a journey, and it's one that requires focus, determination, and above all, discretion. Your financial well-being is not just about numbers. It's about the life you're creating for yourself. It's about having the power to choose, the freedom to grow, and the security to stand tall in the face of any challenge. Protect that power. Guard your financial independence with the same care and respect that you give to your dreams and your emotions. Because in doing so, you ensure that your future is truly yours to shape. Your plans, your dreams, your goals, these are the blueprints of the life you're working to create. They represent your aspirations, your vision, and the unique path you're carving out for yourself. But not every blueprint is meant to be shared, especially not before the foundation is firmly in place. Sharing your plans too soon can invite unnecessary challenges, distractions, and even sabotage into your journey. Protecting your vision is not about secrecy, it's about wisdom. When you speak about your goals prematurely, you expose them to opinions, doubts, and judgments that can easily derail your focus. People, even those who care about you, might not fully understand your vision or see the potential you see. They might question your choices, point out perceived risks, or project their own fears onto your plans, while their input might be well-meaning. It can sow seeds of doubt in your mind, making you second-guess your decisions. This can slow you down, or worse, discourage you from moving forward altogether. Sharing your dreams too early also invites unnecessary pressure. The moment you tell someone about your plans, you might feel an unspoken obligation to prove yourself. You might start to worry about how others perceive your progress, whether you're meeting their expectations or how they'll react if things don't go as planned. This pressure can take the joy and authenticity out of pursuing your goals, turning what should be a personal journey into a public performance. There's also the risk of unintended sabotage. Not everyone will be supportive of your dreams. Some people consciously or unconsciously might try to undermine your efforts. They might criticize your ideas, discourage you from taking risks, or even actively work against you. This isn't always malicious. Sometimes, it stems from their own insecurities or fear of change. But regardless of the intent, sharing your plans with the wrong person can create obstacles that you wouldn't have faced if you had kept your goals to yourself. Keeping your plans private doesn't mean you're hiding them out of fear or mistrust. It means you're protecting them while they're still in the early stages of development. Think of your dreams like a young plant, fragile, growing, and not yet strong enough to withstand external forces. During this phase, it needs care, attention, and a safe environment to grow. Sharing your plans too early is like exposing that plant to harsh weather before it's ready. It can stunt its growth, or even destroy it entirely. When you keep your goals private, you give yourself the freedom to experiment, to make mistakes, and to adjust your path without the weight of external judgment. You can take risks, try new approaches, and learn from your experiences without feeling like you're being watched or critiqued. This freedom is essential for growth because it allows you to focus on what truly matters, your progress and your vision. Privacy also creates space for clarity. When you're not constantly explaining your plans to others, you have more mental energy to refine your ideas, set priorities, and stay aligned with your values. You can focus on the why behind your goals and ensure that every step you take is purposeful. This clarity is what helps you stay resilient in the face of challenges and motivated when the path gets tough. There's a certain power in the element of surprise. When you achieve your goals without broadcasting your plans, you not only protect your peace, but also command respect. People see the results of your hard work rather than getting caught up in the process. This approach shifts the focus from talk to action, showing that you're someone who follows through on their commitments without needing validation or attention along the way. There's a time and place for sharing your plans, but that time should be when you're ready, when you've built a strong foundation and feel confident in your direction. Sharing your vision with the right people at the right time can bring support, collaboration, and encouragement. But even then, discretion is key. Not everyone needs to know every detail, and not every aspect of your plan needs to be discussed. Choose your confidants wisely and only share what's necessary to achieve the support or insight you're seeking. Protecting your plans isn't about being secretive. It's about being strategic. It's about ensuring that your goals remain yours to pursue, free from unnecessary interference or influence. It's about giving yourself the time and space to grow, to learn, and to succeed on your own terms. Your dreams are a reflection of your inner world, your hopes, your values, your vision for the future. Guarding them is an act of self-respect and self-preservation. The life you're building is yours and yours alone. No one else will walk the exact path you're walking, and no one else can truly understand the depth of your dreams. By keeping your plans private, you honor the unique journey you're on and protect the integrity of your vision. Let your actions speak louder than your words, and let your success be the testament to your hard work, determination, and resilience. Your emotional vulnerabilities are sacred spaces within you, delicate, personal, and often misunderstood. They are the parts of you that hold your fears, your insecurities, and the unhealed wounds from your past. To share these vulnerabilities openly with someone, especially without a foundation of trust, is to hand over the most sensitive parts of yourself without knowing how they will be handled. Protecting your emotional vulnerabilities is not a sign of weakness or mistrust. It is a testament to your strength, self-awareness, and self-respect. When you reveal too much about your inner struggles, you risk giving others the ability to use them against you, whether intentionally or unintentionally. Some may see your honesty as an opportunity to manipulate you, prey on your fears, or exploit your insecurities for their own gain. Even those with good intentions may not fully understand the depth of what you're sharing and could respond in ways that leave you feeling dismissed or invalidated. Vulnerability requires discernment. It should only be shared with those who have proven themselves worthy of carrying it gently. Opening up about your deepest emotions prematurely can also leave you exposed to unnecessary judgment. Not everyone will see your experiences through a lens of empathy or compassion. Some might interpret your struggles as a sign of weakness or assume they know the solution to your problems, offering unsolicited advice that misses the mark. These responses can leave you feeling misunderstood or even more isolated than before. When you choose to protect your emotional vulnerabilities, you safeguard yourself from these potential missteps, allowing your emotions the space they need to heal and grow. There's another critical aspect to consider: sharing your vulnerabilities too freely can shift the dynamics of your relationships. When someone becomes aware of your struggles, they may unconsciously begin to see you through the lens of your pain rather than your strength. This can create an imbalance where they feel the need to fix you or take on a caretaker role that you may not need or want. True relationships are built on equality and mutual respect, and preserving your emotional boundaries helps maintain that balance. Guarding your vulnerabilities also allows you to take ownership of your healing process. Your emotional well-being is your responsibility, and part of that involves creating a safe space within yourself to process and address your feelings. Sharing those feelings too early or with the wrong person can disrupt that process, making it harder to focus on your own needs and priorities. Healing requires introspection, patience, and self-compassion, things that can be compromised when your emotions are laid bare for others to analyze or critique. This doesn't mean you should suppress your feelings or never share them. In fact, sharing your vulnerabilities with the right people at the right time can be incredibly liberating and transformative. But timing and trust are everything. Before you open up, ask yourself, has this person earned the right to hear my story? Do they have the capacity to respond with empathy, support, and understanding? If the answer is no, then it's worth waiting until you find someone who does. Keeping your emotional vulnerabilities private doesn't isolate you, it empowers you. It gives you the time and space to process your feelings without external influence, to understand yourself better and to build resilience. It's about being selective, not secretive, about who you allow into your inner world. This discernment ensures that your vulnerabilities are met with the care and respect they deserve. There's a certain beauty in cultivating a strong inner foundation. When you choose to protect your vulnerabilities, you also choose to honor your strength. You recognize that your emotions, no matter how raw or fragile, are a vital part of who you are. They are not something to be ashamed of or hidden away, but they are also not something to be shared recklessly. By guarding your inner world, you create a safe haven within yourself, one that no one else can disrupt or take away. As you heal and grow, you may find that your vulnerabilities transform into sources of strength. What once felt like a wound can become a scar, a reminder of your resilience and your ability to overcome. But that transformation takes time, and it requires an environment of safety and support. By being mindful of who you share your emotions with, you give yourself the best chance to heal fully and emerge stronger. Your emotional vulnerabilities are a part of your humanity, but they are also a part of your power. Protecting them is not about building walls, it's about setting boundaries. It's about understanding that not everyone is equipped to handle your truth, and that's okay. The right people, the ones who truly see you and value you, will respect those boundaries and earn the privilege of hearing your story when the time is right. Until then, hold your vulnerabilities close, nurture them, and let them remind you of your incredible capacity for growth, strength, and transformation. Your financial situation is one of the most personal and sensitive aspects of your life. It reflects not just your income or assets, but also your habits, priorities, and the challenges you face. Money is a tool, but it is also a powerful symbol that can influence relationships and perceptions. How you manage and share information about your finances can have profound effects on your life and interactions with others. That's why choosing to keep the specifics of your financial situation private is a wise and empowering decision. When you disclose too much about your finances, you risk creating imbalances in your relationships. Some people may start to view you through the lens of what you have or don't have, rather than who you are. If you're financially secure, others might assume you can or should provide for them, leading to expectations or entitlements that strain the relationship. Conversely, if you're experiencing financial struggles, some may judge or pity you, which can alter the dynamic and make you feel diminished. Money often carries emotional weight for people, and discussing it openly can trigger envy, resentment, or competition, even among those you trust. Sharing details about your earnings, savings, or debts can lead to comparisons that breed negativity. Someone who feels they have less than you might harbor feelings of inadequacy or bitterness, while someone who perceives they have more might act condescending or dismissive. These reactions, though often unspoken, can erode the foundation of mutual respect and equality in your connections. Discussing your finances openly can also make you vulnerable to exploitation. Unfortunately, not everyone has pure intentions. Revealing your financial situation to the wrong person might invite them to manipulate or take advantage of you. This could manifest in various ways, from unnecessary requests for money to schemes designed to benefit them at your expense. Protecting this information helps you avoid falling into situations where others use your financial position for their gain. Keeping your finances private also allows you to maintain control over your financial decisions. When you share too much, you invite opinions, advice, and judgments from others, whether solicited or not. While some input might be well-meaning, it can also add unnecessary pressure or confusion. People may try to steer you toward choices that align with their values rather than yours by keeping your financial situation to yourself. You preserve the autonomy to make decisions that best suit your goals and priorities. Privacy around money also shields you from undue stress. Conversations about finances can be fraught with tension, especially when they involve differing perspectives on spending, saving, or investing. By setting boundaries around what you share, you minimize the risk of engaging in discussions that could lead to conflict or discomfort. This boundary setting is an act of self-care, allowing you to focus on your financial journey without external distractions. There's also a psychological benefit to maintaining financial discretion. Money is deeply tied to our sense of security and self-worth, and sharing too much about it can make us feel exposed or vulnerable. By keeping your finances private, you create a buffer that protects your peace of mind. It allows you to navigate financial ups and downs without the added weight of others' reactions or opinions. This isn't to say you should never talk about money. In certain contexts, such as seeking professional advice, collaborating on shared financial goals, or educating others, it can be beneficial and necessary. But even in these cases, it's important to be mindful about what you disclose and to whom. Sharing selectively and intentionally ensures that you're in control of the narrative and the potential impact of those conversations. When you protect your financial privacy, you also protect the integrity of your relationships. People who value you for who you are rather than what you have are the ones worth investing your energy in. By setting clear boundaries, you filter out those who might be drawn to you for superficial reasons, allowing genuine connections to thrive. Your financial situation is a reflection of your unique journey, your hard work, sacrifices, and lessons learned. It's not a measure of your worth or a topic for casual discussion. By keeping this aspect of your life private, you respect not only your boundaries, but also the complexity and importance of your financial story. This discretion empowers you to focus on your goals, build a secure future, and cultivate relationships rooted in mutual respect and understanding. Your finances are your business and yours alone. You have the right to decide how much, if any, of that information you share with others. Protecting this privacy is not about secrecy, it's about wisdom and self-preservation. In a world where money can often complicate relationships and perceptions, safeguarding this part of your life ensures that you remain in control of your narrative and your future. Let your financial journey be one of quiet growth, where your success speaks for itself and your peace remains undisturbed. In the grand scheme of life, a woman's strength lies not only in what she shares, but also in what she chooses to withhold. There is profound wisdom in protecting certain aspects of your life, your dreams, your vulnerabilities, and your finances, because not everything is meant for everyone to see. When you keep these sacred parts of yourself private, you safeguard your power, preserve your peace, and maintain control over your narrative. Privacy is not secrecy. It's a form of self-respect. It's about understanding that your life is a treasure, and treasures are not meant to be displayed without thought. By setting boundaries, you filter out those who may not have your best interests at heart, allowing space for genuine, meaningful connections to flourish. You become the gatekeeper of your energy, your emotions, and your ambitions, ensuring that they are shared only with those who truly deserve to witness them. Strength is often quiet. It's found in the ability to navigate life's challenges with grace and the confidence to walk alone if necessary. And in the courage to protect what matters most. By hiding the right things, of vision not yet ready for the world, a vulnerability still healing, or a financial story still unfolding, you give yourself the freedom to grow and thrive without unnecessary interference. Let this be a reminder: not everyone deserves to know your plans, your fears, or your resources. Share wisely, live boldly, and always honor the parts of yourself that make you who you are. In doing so, you'll not only protect your essence, but also radiate the quiet power of a woman who truly knows her worth.